to this episode of Style by Fiona, where fashion meets psychology. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the psychology and application of dramatic makeup. So the psychology of dramatic makeup is basically to be noticed. So the places that you would generally wear the dramatic makeup look is if you work in some high-profile jobs such as media or trade shows, fashion, art, that kind of thing. You can also wear this when you're going to go out clubbing or going to a big event like a gala or a fashion event or a fundraiser. Anywhere where you just want to make a smash. Is that right? Or you want to look smashing. Make a statement, that's the one I was thinking for, when you want to make a statement. One thing you have to be prepared for if you're going to wear dramatic makeup is you're going to be the center of attention. So if you don't like being stared at, don't wear this kind of makeup. When it comes to dramatic makeup, your imagination is the only limit that there is. The technique with dramatic makeup is you're going to highlight one or more features. So you're going to highlight lips, cheeks, eyes, or eyebrows. And in this particular look I'm wearing right now, I've highlighted pretty much all of them. You may not be able to see very well because I'm recording outside, but I will show you when I go into the studio how to do this, and I'll show you a better picture of it. Alright, so here we are in the studio. I'm going to close my eyes and let you have a good look at this makeup look. I know it looks a little overpowering indoors and a little dramatic, but yeah, I guess that's kind of the point, isn't it? Dramatic makeup. I've already done the concealer and foundation, and if you want to have some help with those things, you can check out the classic makeup video. I go through much more detail in that video, but let's get to the good stuff in this one about dramatic makeup, which is, to be honest, my favorite, the most fun. As I mentioned in the intro, with dramatic makeup, you're going to highlight one or more features. And depending on how big and fancy and bold you want to go, you can just highlight one, or you can highlight everything. If you decide to highlight just one feature, you're going to want to do the makeup the same way as I described in the classic makeup video for everything else. So just pick which feature it is you want to highlight, whether it's your cheeks or your lips or your eyes or your eyebrows even. Just use the classic makeup as the baseline. If you're going to highlight your cheeks, you want to use a blush that is in the same half of the color wheel, whether you're warm or cool. And cool is blue toned and warm is yellow toned. And I'll do another video on that soon about color theory and how to tell all of those sorts of things. The easiest way is to find a blush that is about the same color as your lips, because your lips, generally speaking, are a bit darker than your the rest of your skin tone. This is not entirely true if you are very dark-skinned, but for people in the light to medium dark, then this is a good kind of baseline. This blush is not exactly the same, but you can see that it is a similar tone to, or hue, to my lip color. And for dramatic cheeks, all you're going to do is just apply it a little thicker and heavier than you would for the classic look. Using the same technique that I showed you in the classic video, where you're kind of going on an angle from the top of the ear here along the cheekbone to between the peak, the corner of your nose here and the corner of your lips. If you want to have dramatic cheeks like this, then you keep everything else neutral. Neutral lips, neutral eyes, and maybe just some light mascara. So similar to the classic look that I showed you in the other video, and heavy on the cheeks. When you're choosing to highlight your lips with the dramatic style of makeup, you want to use the principle of contrast. Now, that is the difference between the color of makeup and the natural color of your skin, or the colors between the makeup on your face. If you choose colors that are very similar to your skin tone, then you're going to end up with a classic look. Now, I can't emphasize enough, you have to stay, well, you don't have to, you can wear whatever you want, but it's not necessarily going to look good. But for the best results, stay in your half of the color wheel. If you are cool toned, stick with cool toned lipstick. If you are warm toned, same deal. To get this level of contrast, you can either go really light or you can go really dark. This light colored lip gloss creates drama because well, first of all, because it's shiny, and second of all, because it is lighter than my lip tone. Ta-da! Instant drama! So similar to what I showed you in the classic video, you're going to pick a medium tone and go over most of your eyelid. If you want to use brushes, use brushes. I really get a lot of fallout from brushes, and I just find that using my fingers is the best for me. And this is your base, I guess you could say, for the dramatic look you're going to do if you're using this particular look, which is 3 tones on the eyelids. Now this what I'm showing you works best for people who don't have a hooded lid. There's other videos that you can look up if you need information on how to apply eyeshadow if you have a hooded eyelid. I've got the medium base across my whole eyelid. Now I'm going to take the darker color and I'm going to go from the middle of my eye to the corner, and it takes a few times of dabbing this on. Maybe if you have a brush or like a foam tip brush, that might be easier, but like I said, I just use my fingers. And it takes a couple of times of applying it to get the saturation that I want. For this next step, I'm going to use a white or a pearly white eyeshadow, and I'm going to apply it from the tip of my eye up across the brow line. This third color adds extra dimension. I often find that when I'm doing this technique, I need to reapply the dark one after I did the light one. You know, actually it might even be a better idea to put the light one on first and then do the dark one only once. That would be smarter and faster. I almost never get this right the first time, probably because I'm using my fingers, but if I have a little bit of the darkest color that extends a little bit farther than I would like down my cheekbone, I just use a Q-tip, I put it in the makeup remover, and then I just tidy it up. After that, then if I need to, I will reapply just a little bit of powder using a sponge to sharpen up that line. If you really want to emphasize your eyes, it's a great idea to use more than one color like I just showed you, because using more than one color really highlights the three-dimensional look of your face. So you can see the 3 different tones in the eyeshadow and adds to the dramatic effect. you want to highlight your brows, get yourself a brow pencil that is the same color as your, well, it's not exactly the same color, but it's a similar color as your hair, whether it's black or brunette or blonde. I'm dark blonde, so this medium pencil works just great for me. And I just color in my eyebrows. You can see how when I've colored it in, it makes it a lot more dark and solid looking than this one, which I will color in now and make it look the same. I guess it's pretty obvious, but you want to make sure that your face is symmetrical with whatever you're doing. That would be funny, you forget to do one eyebrow. And last but not least, your mascara. And I didn't actually have the eyeliner on when I recorded the intro, but if you want to really go all out, you can definitely put on your eyeliner black or white or the most dramatic, and any color in between. Oops, I missed a spot there. I guess my Q-tip's coming out again. And I seem to have got some on my finger, which you can see, but that's okay. And finally, for dramatic looks, you want to use a thick black mascara, or there's other fun colors of mascara that are coming out these days that you can use. I've got a couple of other colors I'll show you here in just a minute. But most of the time I just use black and I apply it thick if I'm going for the dramatic look, because that is how you get that extra definition on your eyes. I've also got this bright blue and this maroon mascara that I use from time to time, depending on my mood and what I want to do with my makeup. Another little trick that I've learned when I'm out and about, if I have this dark eyeshadow and it sometimes will flake off onto the top of my cheeks, and I have tried finishing sprays and I don't know, all sorts of things that just never seem to work. The easiest solution I found is when I'm going out is to just take my powder compact with me and a little sponge, and when the, sometimes, it doesn't always happen, but if the dark powder falls out onto my cheek, the quickest solution I've found is to just get your powder and your sponge and just put some more powder over top of that when you're going to the bathroom and blend it out. And that's the easiest way I've learned to take care of fallout. So the 3 guidelines of dramatic makeup are to keep your colors in your half of the color wheel, whether you're warm or cool toned, to use the principle of contrast, and to choose one or several features that you are going to highlight. Now real quick, I will show you using the light colored lipstick. So you can see how a light colored shiny lip adds a different kind of drama than the dark colored lipstick. It all just depends on your mood and how you want to highlight your face and stand out from the crowd. If you're not on my email list, please go to stylebyfiona.com to sign up. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel and like this video, and I will see you next time.